Ladies and gentlemen, here we have another episode of 6 Feet Under. Wait,
Almost.
Not yet, anyway. 6 blocks apart, as usual, with the same dysfunctional bunch, myself being the most dysfunctional, my wife a close second, Garrick trying to keep up, Melissa and Tim, just the virgins of the group. Please. Let me introduce our great guest today, the very beautiful Kim Waltrip and the very beautiful Jimmy Van Patten. Yay!
Woohoo! Welcome, you guys. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
About the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same.
No.
So, Jimmy, since we haven't heard about how you're dealing, we'll talk about the sheltering in. How are you dealing with that? How's it going?
Oh, we're doing great. I'm either in my place or I'm at my mom's house, where my other brother Nels teaches tennis lessons, and so it's just like the three of us most of the time. And I'm doing the cooking, and it's going pretty well. My mom's in a good mood because she loves Turner Classic Movies, and she watches movies all day and all night and drinks gin, and we're having a good time.
I like that. Yeah.
Good summation.
Do you find yourself drinking earlier and earlier?
Oh yeah. Happy hour gets earlier and earlier every day.
I know.
Yeah, I'm about 9 a.m. right now.
That's not true.
Let's hope not.
Well, I'm thinking about it. Let's put it that way.
And where are you now, Kim?
I'm in Vegas.
You're in Vegas, yeah.
All right. So, Jimmy, you a good cook then?
With alcohol.
I've always been a pretty good cook. But,
Hey, I like that. Yeah. You got to have that accessory, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What's it like in Vegas right now?
You know, it's quiet like everywhere. The only thing is, I noticed when I went to Palm Springs the other day, I went just for a day or a night. Your stores have nothing in them. And the ones here have plenty of things.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. I walked in one store and it was like empty.
See, that's interesting.
There's certain items you can't get.
So we can make a drive to Vegas, not to party,
just to go
just to
shopping.
get some supplies. We'll be all
Yeah, we'll get a toilet paper run. Yeah.
What is a strip like? It must be completely empty.
Yeah, and they have police cars in front of every hotel, just blocking the entrance. There's nothing. I mean, there's nobody walking.
Well, we heard today that they wanted to start opening the casinos. Is that true?
Okay, how insane is that? I mean, that's international.
Yeah, I just sent you that article, Kim.
That's crazy. Oh, you did?
I did. Your mayor wants to open up the city and offer you all up.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
I won't be going to the strip.
Who's going to
Yeah.
go to a casino? Come on, right now.
I know, right now.
There are a lot of people. We have to figure it out.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Woo!
So
What
you
was
can hear
it?
me.
What
Yeah.
was it?
You know what? I have no idea. A lot of people have had technical issues with computers and stuff.
Well,
Oh, you're gone again.
you go in and out.
And I hear me.
No,
Oh,
you're
no,
you're
yeah,
back
There you
now.
are. So, people are bored and they're looking for things to watch. And I know a movie that I think I've seen 5 or 6 times
Yay.
that I really, really enjoy. And I wouldn't mind watching it again, actually. It'd be fun watching it with a group.
Right.
And that movie was called something else, but it is called 7 Days to Vegas.
I know this one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
Hang on.
you might.
Yeah, you guys were all at the premiere. It premiered at the
A couple of
Springs Film Festival
Yeah, that was fun.
And we also saw it in Hollywood.
in LA. Yeah,
Right.
Came to the actual premiere.
Yeah, that was fun. And then I got to
And
see
it's
the one in
such a
the
fun movie.
Premiere. Yeah.
and
And
the
I
one
was
in
What's the overall response been at this point, right now? Disregarding the fact that we're in this horrendous situation.
Yeah.
What has the response been?
It's been incredible.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
It's an easy movie to watch.
He's our
That's the great
salesperson.
thing about it.
Jimmy will tell you.
Jimmy.
Well,
Jimmy, tell us.
Well, my brother Vince and I, with Kim and some others, made this film about true life people that gambled in Los Angeles that really did. They were the biggest it was a poker game that became the biggest high rollers. But they didn't just bet on things like poker. They bet on anything, crazy things, which we call prop bets. And it turns out that they wound up betting my brother $1 million, starts off as $1 million, to see if he can walk from Los Angeles to Las Vegas in 7 days. And he takes the bet. And the rest of these guys follow him in a big black bus, and he's walking across the country dying, and they're betting on things the whole way, and the movie's turned out hilarious. It's very exciting.
Nice. We're going to play a round of hold the but limit.
I was the ringleader, a friend, a drinking buddy, and a banker.
Gentlemen.
The money was rolling in. Then came my friend Sandor. Sandor was a compulsive gambler who came from a rich South American family. Rumor was his mother would send him $1 million every year, and by year's end, he'd always gamble it away. But then we always came back to the golf. Action bets on everything.
Give me your best shot, bitches. Fire!
Like a $5,000 hit the sucker bet from 50 yards out, where our group had 2 minutes to hurt our victim.
The real opening of it was the Palm Springs International Film Festival, and we had the biggest venue, and it was completely filled with 1,000 people. 1,000 people was
I know. I couldn't get a ticket. I got my ticket for the after party, but I couldn't get it. So I actually just finished watching it 3 minutes before we came on because my Apple TV was down for a month. I could only sit here and watch stuff. And, by evening, I want to relax on my couch. Yeah. So it was great.
Thanks.
I did my homework.
Thank you so much.
Nice. Awesome.
If we were going to do a prop bet now, we would guess how long it's going to be before Garrick's audio cuts out. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And whoever's the closest gets the whole pot.
$5 happens in 15 seconds.
Because then somebody could text Garrick and say, pretend it doesn't work.
Yeah, Garrick, hey, we got 20 minutes. Hey, shh.
So your brother, Vince, and Tom Alpert, am I correct, the name, wrote the script.
Yes.
Now, who had the idea, or did they have it together, or?
Vince. It was Vince's idea. He had known him, and they were talking about it. And he thought he'd be the right guy to co-write it with. Mm-hmm. And they wrote it. And the script, I read the first draft, and I said, okay, this script is one of the best scripts I've read in a really, really long time. Really, just a solid script. And then I wound up having a meeting with Kim for lunch, and we're going over all the things that she's doing. And when the meeting was ended, I said to Kim Waltrip, I said, you really got to read my brother's script. Because Kim was like, hey, you like any parts? Read all these and tell me if you want any roles in these movies. I said, I will, but you got to read my brother's script. And I got her the script right away. And a few weeks went by because she didn't get to it. But when she got to it, she emailed me right away and says, all right, how do I get involved? Because the script was that good.
Wow, that's impressive.
Really excited, yeah.
And then how did you know who you wanted to be in the movie? Was that something you all collaborated on, or was there one person who did the casting?
No, we collaborated on it. We actually had a big group in the with our director, Eric Balfour, and our producers at the auditions, and we auditioned. We auditioned everybody, actually.
Oh, you did audition people.
And we were lucky enough to get fantastic actors.
Great character actors, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think the only one we didn't audition was Paul Walter Hauser.
Right. Now,
and what
tell them who Paul Walter Hauser is.
Now, take your clothes off. I mean, like, what if he said that?
Paul Walter Hauser, he plays Puppet Hank, the guy with the puppet hair.
And he went on to, what was the big role
he did? I, Tanya.
He played the bouncer in I, Tanya that messed everything up, the fantastic role. And from then on, Kim, he did
Black Klansman.
Yeah, Black Klansman.
Then did Richard Jewell. He was Richard Jewell.
The Richard Jewell, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
The amazing thing is he did those movies without the prop puppet. Like I thought, without the puppet, he wouldn't be able to do it. He's such a good actor. He was able to do it with the puppet.
Because he played a ventriloquist in our movie.
Yeah, people.
Bad one.
Right, exactly.
And John O'Hurley was perfect for
that
part.
Yeah, it was great.
Right.
What was what was the hardest part of making the movie? Was it the casting? Was it just the filming itself, the budget, whatever?
It was all of that.
All of it. Okay.
All of that and more.
Yeah.
Listen, getting a movie done in the first place, just getting it
So hard.
actually, having a shoot date is a miracle in itself. But when that happened, it never got easier. It was
And we lost. Remember, we lost our funding. We lost some of our funding too.
Yeah.
So then we were pounding the pavement, and Denise DuBarry stepped in, and then Adam stepped in. So we finally got it done. But I think we were a week from shooting or something.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have all our money, so it was crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And how did Adam get involved? Were you and Jimmy, you and your brother friends with Adam because of the poker?
Vince, my brother Vince, being the World Poker Tour announcer, one of the two guys that talks about the hands being played. He's in all these big World Poker Tour tournaments as well. And this guy Adam was a winner of the World Poker Tour. And Vince was talking to him one day at a tournament, and they had a couple of shots of tequila, and he got Adam nice and loose. And he said, "Adam, by the way, you guys should read my script. I think you should get involved in the movie business." And he said, "Yeah, I don't think that's really a good idea." And he said, "No, but this time you should get involved." And so he talked Adam into it, and thank God, because Adam would have got the first monies in, which is the biggest deal.
Yeah, and Adam's a great guy.
Great guy.
Oh my gosh, what a great couple.
Where is your movie being shown at the moment? Is it on like Amazon Prime, or can you pull it up on Netflix?
That's where I saw it, Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it's not on Netflix. It's only Amazon Prime. You can rent it also or buy it. But if you have Prime, yeah, you can just watch it.
And iTunes as well.
And iTunes and Google Play and
if you Google it or
Vudu, Vudu. Yeah, Vudu as well.
I'll have to watch it again. I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times, but I enjoyed it every time.
I know
it's like the first time.
Teresa,
is there a new clip, a new cut?
A new cut?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Other than what we saw last time.
No. Oh, well, what you talking about? Palm Springs?
No, this is the Hollywood one. So the Hollywood one was different.
It is a little different.
We saw Palm Springs as well.
Changed some music around, a little music.
It's a little bit different.
By the way, it's 7 days to Vegas, the number 7. 7 days to Vegas, because it takes him 7 days to walk to Vegas if he makes it. I'm not going to tell you whether he makes it or not, but so the number 7 days.
Yeah, can we talk about
on a realistic basis, is that possible?
Oh, yeah.
40 miles a day.
It would be 40 miles a day. You're going through mountain ranges in the middle. Oh, he has to go through the midsummer, the hottest days there were. Has to wear a suit. Can never take the suit off. Everything he eats and drinks has to be on his back.
Yeah, those rules were the worst part. The whole thing about having
not allowed to wear a hat. Yeah, not allowed to wear a hat.
Not wearing a hat is horrible.
And he couldn't walk at night. Well, he had limited night walking.
Yes.
So when I first put it on, I saw, and I didn't realize it was inspired by a true story. So were those rules part of the actual true story?
Yes, that's part of the true story. Yes. It was a real bet.
Yeah.
We don't talk about what happened because we rather watched.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There's a lot of crazy bets in there.
Yeah. Well, we had crazy bets on set too. During lunch, these guys.
Oh, really?
Can you tell
they would say, "Oh, $100 to whoever can get this Frisbee in the trash can," and then that became like 200, 300. It was kind of fun. It was fun.
It sounds like it.
So is that something you and your brother always did? Prop bets, for as long as you can remember?
Yes, our father, Dick Van Patten, the actor, he was a big gambler. He loved the horses. He loved poker. Those were his things. But he taught us at a very young age to handicap the horses, and he taught at a very young age to love poker. So it all comes from our love for poker.
For gambling.
And hanging around with all these characters that actually do this. They actually do bet on. True gamblers will take a bet on anything if they think they have a head. Just for the rush, for the excitement.
Wait, so are they betting on anything going on with the pandemic, like when it will be over, or?
I haven't heard of any. It's not a bad idea.
Everybody's like, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that bet.
Started here.
Yeah. No, I in my 20s, I was really into the old poker guys, and I can't remember if it was Joel Brunson or Amarillo Slim book I was reading, where they're talking about betting, like they're driving and it's raining, and they do like a huge bet on which raindrop is going to get down to the bottom first.
That's those guys.
Like, yeah, but it makes sense. You're bored. You're just driving through the rain, and all of a sudden you like, hey, how much? And all of a sudden you got something to be interested in.
Those guys that you just mentioned, it really is inspired. Those prop bets are inspired from that, because in those amazing books that those guys wrote, they talk a lot about prop bets, and it's so funny. Like that's inspiring. That inspired us. Will Brunson's the god of poker. He wrote the book, the book.
Tim, you're playing poker now, right?
They had a lot of great sayings. Like he was saying, like the people, everyone remembers. Like if you look around the poker table and you can't spot the sucker, it's you.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll have part 2?
We're talking about part 2. We're also talking about TV series. So.
Oh, that would be so great.
That would be fun.
So much fun, yeah.
Like Entourage, but more gambling and prop bets.
Guys are always doing prop bets, crazy bets.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so much fun.
You could definitely watch entire episodes just with prop bets. Yeah, that'd be great.
Right.
Very cool. So how are you keeping yourself busy besides taking care of your mom?
Being a little creative, working a little bit here and there on some projects, and as well as still working on our project, 7 Days.
Yeah.
And a lot of cooking.
I thought you said cocaine for just
So did I!
a lot of cocaine. A lot of cocaine.
I thought the same thing. I didn't say anything.
Well,
this is the worst time to do cocaine. You're stuck in your house. You're like,
What do we all think we're going to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
let's bet on it.
All right, let's take a bet. Hey, Jimmy.
I know what we're doing tomorrow. We're watching a movie together tomorrow.
Oh,
we do movie nights.
What am I going to do? How?
I know. Have a drink.
What was the movie you picked, Teresa?
Close enough.
I forgot what I picked. I got to go back and look at my text, but we're all watching it, whatever it is.
Okay.
You remember, Kim?
I'll try to start at the same time.
Jimmy.
No, every night I was going to say I watch a movie by myself and I drink alone, and it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I watch movies like the old days, like a movie I hadn't seen since the 60s.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Are you watching
2001
old movies?
Space Odyssey. All of a sudden I'm going, wait a minute. I get it this time. Because now we're living in the future. They were right. The computers really are like that.
Oh, I know. It was funny.
Hey, Jim, I'll drop by.
Yeah. We'll all come to your house.
Yeah.
We'll all come and watch.
We have a movie club like once a week where we pick a movie and we all sit down, let's say it's 7:00, and we hit play at the same time, and then we text each other back and forth. Oh, did you just see that? Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
It's fun.
My friends, I wouldn't be able to organize that with my friends. I don't.
Why?
You must have very good organization there.
You got to make your bet.
I can't imagine getting 5 people together doing that.
I bet you
We
could
have about 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So Melissa, today I was communicating with one of my friends and clients, and they're good friends with the Goodmans.
Oh, they are? Who is it?
He's Spike. I think his last name's Edney. She goes by Kyle Viewers, but they own the old Lana Turner estate out here, and he's the keyboardist for many years for Queen.
Oh, we know them.
Yeah,
We know them.
Spike.
That's Karen Haynes.
Well,
Karen
yeah.
Haynes'
Well, they co-own the Pink Satellite Studios up in the desert.
Joshua.
But she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you know them. I said, well, I just met them doing our little show. And she said they just did a charity event together and that they're good
Oh,
friends.
that's funny.
Yeah, I know. Again, small world.
No,
Jimmy, you're a great singer.
I know. Jimmy, I have you on my phone.
You are?
Yeah, he's a great singer.
I have you on my phone singing at Eileen's birthday party.
Oh no, that's so embarrassing. No.
Well, I don't
It was
want.
fun.
I don't want to brag.
Really singing.
Jimmy and I sang American
that's
Pie
right.
together.
That's right.
Okay, we lip synced American Pie. No, we actually sang
you
it.
sang
It wasn't
it.
lip sync. We actually sang it. Yeah,
We
Jimmy and I
sang.
sang
all
American Pie.
We were the backup singers.
We were the
Oh, yeah.
backup.
Yeah.
That was for the Palm Springs. It was a party at the Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
no, Jimmy's a great singer. He and Debbie Gibson wrote a Broadway musical. Well, a musical
Make it
for
to
Broadway. But
I have no idea.
and oh my God, it's so good.
Well, tell us what it is, the name of it.
It's called The Flunky. Now,
And?
flunky is something that we figured out a very long time ago, is what every celebrity has one. In fact, any important person has a flunky. It's always that person that's with the celebrity that's always with them, but it's always like the friend, but you never really know what the friend does, but it's the friend's job to get the chicks back to the mansion. It's the friend's job.
That's an important job. That's an important job.
Everybody's got a flunky, and I've never known a famous person that didn't have one. That best friend that's always with them, that annoying little jerky friend, and they all have one because they need one. They need someone they can treat badly, someone they can just take their aggressions out on. They need that for some weird reason. Celebrities need a flunky. So we made a movie about the greatest flunky that ever lived. And
it's a musical.
A comedy. It's based on true characters.
I like it. And when it finally becomes a movie, it's going to be called One Flunky, the number one.
Yeah. You're quick, Tim.
That's the first thing you'll see when you're ordering.
That sounds fun.
That sounds
I like
really
it.
good.
Thanks. Well, you're a genius musician, so
Are you still
I'd love to
pitching it?
hear the music.
Are you still pitching it to theaters or?
We're getting ready again. Debbie, I should say Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie Gibson is getting ready to start working on it again. We're getting ready. It's been
That's good. It's so
taking
good.
breaks.
So wait, so her stage name is Debbie, but to her friends like you, she's Deborah? That's reverse. Usually it's the other way. My name's Timothy, but you can call me Timmy.
It's true. Yeah, if you know her, you call her Deborah.
There's certain people, like Billy Joel. Billy Joel, he's a very serious guy, and I just feel like if I ever had the opportunity to meet him, the only way I could do it would be like, Billy Joel, it's so nice to meet you. But then to go, hey, Billy, because I don't think he considers himself a Billy. I think he's too serious to consider himself a Billy.
A lot of people say Bill, actually.
Yeah, I don't picture.
Or William.
Yeah, maybe even that.
Or Bill.
Yeah, that's what I heard, Bill.
Oh, sorry.
Jimmy, are you
Jimmy, are you okay?
Jimmy,
Jimmy, oh Jimmy.
Jimmy,
And Jimmy, you must be James.
Jimmy looks like he's on one of those roller coaster rides where,
Right?
he's strapped in and right as he's going over the fall.
Hey.
Jimmy's back.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's back.
So change-o.
Yeah,
You broke in a really good position.
I was leaning back. I kicked the plug out.
See how everybody changes position.
I know.
I know.
So
Yeah.
look,
Yeah, Jimmy's
I hear that's natural.
don't make Jimmy laugh anymore.
Boring if you don't.
Don't say anything that makes Jimmy laugh. We're just gonna go the whole show.
That's
Weird when I'm right, isn't it? Yeah.
It is weird.
No. Well, no, it's weird when she admits that you're right. That's the.
This meeting is so important because it's the only meeting we have with the outside world unless you make a phone call.
Yes.
And so this little gathering, as stupid as it may appear, is so important. And there's other people out there that are watching us.
Well, they will be watching us.
And they get a kick out of it.
No, they do.
And
I have questions.
I can't stress, that this is so good. And thank you, Jimmy.
This is
being a part of it.
Unfortunately, this is the
Thank
new
you.
reality show.
Yeah.
This is the new reality show.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
There's a show on. It's called America's Book of Secrets.
Yes.
They have one episode dedicated to the Playboy Mansion.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched it looking for you everywhere, but And I remember all the stories you told about movie nights and whatever. It's really interesting. You should watch it because you'd get a kick out of it.
A friend of mine did spot me in it, actually. I was up at the Playboy Mansion. We were very close with Hef all those years growing up. And I was up there probably more than I was in my own house. So like 4 or 5 nights a week.
Wow.
And,
You'll like this episode. It's really cool.
we had great times. Hef was
How did you become
movie
so
buff.
close to him?
We were young, and my father got the TV series. He didn't even have 8 is Enough yet. Right around that time, when he first got 8 is Enough. And he was playing tennis with James Caan, or Jimmy Caan, the actor. And Jimmy was going up to the mansion all the time. And he said, let's go up and play tennis at the mansion. Went up there. Hef came out and was watching. And he just said, put the whole family on the list. And we were on the list ever since. And as the years went along, I became very close with Hef as the years came along, and I became good
Jimmy,
friends.
what years were you going?
What's that?
What years were you going?
From 1979, 78 or 77. No,
Okay.
70, from 1977 till he passed away a couple of years ago.
Wow. Okay. Did you ever meet the 25th anniversary playmate,
Yeah, I dated her.
Candy Loving?
I used to date her.
Okay, she's from my hometown, and my brother dated her in high school.
You're
and
kidding.
she's the sweetest girl. I love.
Greatest. I always said that Candy is, and it's a real name, by the way.
It's her real name. And she is,
Candy Loving is her
I
real name.
love that girl.
Me too. I've always said she's the prettiest girl I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
I've always said
And
that.
she has the sweetest heart. She's a good.
He became
What?
25th.
Alyssa, I'm so glad you invited me on this show because I just keep having all
I know
these.
you keep connecting. It's
I know.
It's our thing.
When your friend recognized you, I mean, did he recognize your penis or was your face actually on?
Oh!
I don't know how this works. I've never been there.
I'm frozen.
I'm frozen.
Wow.
Let's all be frozen for a second.
Okay, Jimmy's got some red cheeks going on right now.
All right.
Hey, Jim, we must have rubbed shoulders there at some point because I was there a few times.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we probably did.
But it was during the 80s.
Yeah.
And
Got married in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sells it all.
Get invited up there.
Well, we're glad you spent part of it with us.
Yes.
Being on air.
It's been fun.
Jim, been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. I love you guys. You're all good.
Yeah, we missed
Had
seeing
lots
you
of fun.
hanging
And,
out.
we should do this again.
Yeah, definitely.
Do it.
I'd love that.
Yeah, crazy. In case we continue.
Well, comes to an end. Every great thing does. And this has been a wonderful show for, what is it? 6 blocks apart. I look forward to the next episode. Thank you, Jim, for being here, man. It was great listening to you and all of your exploits. And yeah, I'd love to see you back here again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You brighten it up, and what we're doing is basically bringing a little bit of us to a little bit of everybody else out there who may not feel quite the same way. All right. Thank you all. Look forward to the next show.
But Kim.
Kim, good
What
seeing
about
you.
Kim Waltrip.
Our friend.
Always
Kim will always be back.
I'm
She'll
always-
come back again. I kind of look at Kim as being part of the original crew.
Cheers.
Hey, bud.